Hey everyone, and welcome back to another student success interview. Today we are here with Woo, who is a good friend of mine and also a student. We have worked together for the past few months, around 6 months ago, and Woo is now doing a consistent $8,000 to $9,000 in profit roughly per month,
Yeah.
right? On average. So, welcome, bro. It's good to have you here, and I'm excited to kind of get into all the things we did together to make this happen. So, why don't you just start by kind of introducing yourself and who you are?
My name is Hanu. I started working with Zach 6 months ago, but before that, I was, all over the place with money. Amazon's my first business model, like officially, and but before that, I was like a server, at a decently classy restaurant. I was doing flight school, and yeah, overall, it was just not the best. Wasn't hella debt, low key from flight school, and obviously serving is just like a dead end job. But yeah.
Got you. By the way, guys, just for clarification, he's my friend, so I call him Woo. That's not his real official name, but if you ever shoot him a message or link up with him, just call him Woo for
Type shit.
clarification. But, but yeah, bro, what would you say was the specific turning point that kind of made you decide to want to work with me, and what fears or doubts did you have before just working together and also starting your Amazon business in general?
Yeah, I mean, like, I wanted to work with you because you just seem pretty cool on camera, pretty genuine dude. A lot of people I see, like, I'm not gonna say any names, because I don't know where this is going out, but some people
Right.
are just posting like, reels with their Lamborghinis or whatever the fuck. I already know it's like, I don't relate to that. You just seem very genuine on camera, and like you were really talking specifically about like your journey and your numbers, so I related to that aspect. Um, Obviously with any type of online like business model, I was feeling like does this even work? Like I don't even have any proof of concept. But I mean, after seeing your results and your TikTok lives, and showing like genuine results and actually knowing like it seemed like you knew what you were talking about, I just
Mhm.
decided to hop on a call and say, let's kind of discuss the more specifics, and yeah, now here I am.
Gotcha, man. That's what's up, bro. And it didn't happen overnight. I think that's kind of an important thing to touch on, right? Because a lot of people they expect to start a business, whether that be Amazon or honestly anything else, and kind of see results right off the bat. And I always try to emphasize that's not how it works. Like now you're doing $8,000 to $9,000 in profit per month. Your first month it wasn't at all like that. So
Yeah.
yeah, bro, that's good to hear, and it's been a blast. And
Yeah,
how
but
many
I was
hours?
I was actually like, I knew about Amazon for like months before like this thing, but I just never took the action because quite honestly, I just didn't know. Like it's easier to say now that, you know, I know what to do, but before when I was doing months of research, free information, it's just so convoluted. Like it can only teach you so much, but when you
Right.
actually like lock in with somebody who actually knows what they're doing, obviously like you're gonna fuck in and know what like you just click the right buttons. I guess.
I think your mic cut out a little bit,
Well,
but
where did I stop at?
oh no, there we go. I think I
Yeah.
think we're good, but no, you were basically just saying the accountability of having somebody to help you lock in, and I think that's so true because I always tell people you don't necessarily need to buy any course or hire a mentor, right? There is tons of free information out there, but you're just so much more likely to potentially make expensive mistakes that will cost you a lot of money and just, it'll kind of be a much slower process to build, but it is nice that there's so much free information out there, and I try to give out a ton of free info too for the people who maybe, can't afford a mentor. That's just not something they're interested in. So, I'm glad things worked out the way they did, though, for sure.
Hell yeah.
Yes, sir. And what's the goal from here onwards, bro? What's the next level for you?
Just just to click more buttons and scale further, right?
Hondo P. Just make more money, right?
Yeah.
Guess that's it. Do you feel like you've become kind of passionate about the whole online business space as a whole ever since kind of diving into that realm?
Oh hell yeah! It's definitely opened my mind up to online money, and you've obviously like taught me more just about aside from Amazon, where we can scale further in other like models, right? To
Mm-hmm.
ascend ourselves in the online money space.
100%, bro. Yeah. because all these online business models, whether it's Amazon or sales or whatever else you're doing, they're a great starting point, and you can get to 6 figures a year in profit, sometimes even 7 figures a year. But the way I view it is it's also a catalyst into future ventures, whether you want to do real estate or other things in the future. It's just such a good place to kind of start, build cash flow, build a real business that pays you a lot of money, and then kind of use that to possibly get into future ventures if that's something you want to do. So,
Hondo P.
yes, sir. Look, I don't want to take too much of your time. I feel like you've helped a lot of people out just by kind of talking about your story. But one last question I have for you is, what would you say to someone who's kind of on the fence, thinking this won't work for me? If you could talk to that version of you before you started, what would you say?
Um, just stop being a pussy and take the leap because
That's
if you
crazy. That's crazy.
honestly, I mean, like honestly, like if you just keep like sitting there and mentally masturbating to like different business ideas, you're just never gonna like you're just gonna stay stuck, and inspiration fades so fast. So, when you have like the motivation, take action on it, and you never know, you might spend 3 months figuring it out and then actually making decent fucking money. So, take the action and just lock in and stop thinking if it's not gonna work. Start thinking what if
Right.
it does work.
100%, bro. The mind is so powerful. I remember whenever I'm starting a business in the past and I have doubts, I find that I start working less on the business, and like I'm not putting my all into it because I don't subconsciously believe it's possible. But as soon as I saw some money coming in and I got those first sales, it just kind of excited me to work more on it, which led to me making more money. And I think that's something you kind of gotta go through on your own, right? Because it's totally normal to be
100%.
skeptical. And the only thing that's gonna prove to you that this works is putting in the work, taking action, seeing some results, and just doubling down from there.
Yeah.
So, bro, that's awesome.
Exactly like
Guys,
when I saw from your shit, bro. Like
yeah,
when I saw your results, it made me feel possible like I could do it too. So like why not me? So yeah, 100%.
100%. Yeah, guys. Well, Woo, I appreciate you, brother. I love how you just say how it is, and
Sure.
you don't filter your words, bro. Honestly, like I could learn a thing or two. I feel like I'm pretty good about that, but you're just a real dude, and it's been so sick working with you. So,
Dude,
yeah,
you as
bro.
well, bro. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you, and hopefully we inspired some people in the process. So, yeah, guys, that's about it. Hope you enjoyed. I'll be linking Hyun's socials as well if you ever want to connect with him. And other than that, bro, great talking, and we'll talk again soon.
Mashallah.